every single weapon and how it performs and how it interacts with other things. Along with this comes changes to, for example, the ragdoll system, the prop system, the basic physics properties of the Source 2 engine, multiple references to the ability to shift gravity, which sounds like a very cool gameplay gimmick for probably a level or two, and one that isn't as certain but to me fits the bill with everything else regarding dynamic is deformation. Be that of deformable props themselves, things, denting and breaking and changing over time, and that being reflected in the world, as well as with terrain. Now, this is one of the things that has a low level of certainty.
Hello.
I guess would be the correct term, but to me, it makes a lot of sense that things could be destroyed and changed in the middle of a level, of a fight, and it fits even better when we look at some of the key changes done.
We're back. I'm Mr. New Vegas, and we're back. Yes, I am ripping off the 8-bit guy. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, so people were thinking the color RAM was bad on this one. Which I guess is this 2114 chip. We could try taking the chip from the other C64. It's been okay, Krillin. Thanks. Can we make one good Commodore 64? Oh, this is already lead solder. Well, now it's letter solder. Can't find a letterman. Oh, he's around. He's just mewing and whining in the other room for some reason. She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a letterman. Ah. Bud's rank is now Commodore. Yes. Bud, are you a Commodore? You want me to desolder you? Meow. Why is this thing so cloggy lately? It's like my arteries. Alright, so this is the color RAM that people think might be damaged. I'm guessing that's the color RAM for the character mode of the C64. So we've got C64 that doesn't seem to work at all. Tells me this damn thing doesn't work at all. Erased from existence. Oh, yeah, Cree. I just can't wait for the next FNAF movie. You know, my best friend Markiplier was telling me all about it. What are you doing? Meow. There's no Q-tips up there, you orange turd. Are you an orange turd? Orange turd. Orange turd. This cat is an orange turd. Poor Bud. He's an orange turd. Well, you're like a turd that won't flush. I underestimated you, my friend. I knew you were stupid. No. Hey, stop. What do you think of that? Dead crows. Oh no, my post-it note. Wow, this put solder on the RF can. You downloaded Judas Priest? That's hard time. She lies and says... Jack Trammell's like, oh, I'm only going to use lead solder. I'm Jack Trammell. I'm Rick James, bitch. Oh, thanks for the super chat. The 8-bit guy and Elon Musk were in the closet making VGA mods, and I saw one of the VGA mods, and the VGA mods look bad to me. Okay. Thanks for the super chat. Yep, there is Bud. The 8-bit cat. Actually, Bud only has a shared brain cell, so he's like the 1-bit cat. I'm going to program Attack of the Petsky Robots on Bud. AVGN versus Chris Chan in a fight. Who wins? Oh, probably AVGN. Come on. Come on. Maker Gear Big Tree Tech Board. Yeah, I actually worked on that this weekend. Well, one of the gotchas was the Z lead screw is English. That threw me for a loop. So it's got this really weird units per units per millimeter or steps per millimeter of like 1000.7 because it's English, not metric. That threw me for a loop. I got it working. I'm still trying to dial in the slicer. I got it pretty close. I had been using Simplify 3D for a long time, but I know that's like obsolete now. So I was working on transferring my slicer settings from that over to Prusa Slicer. I got it pretty close. Bud OS. Yeah. I can't believe we got Bud OS before Grand Theft Auto. Maybe we'll get Half-Life 3 now. Yeah, Perifractic, yeah. Hello, chip tippers. I now own Commodore. Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do with it. Someone was telling me that there's like a lot of different rights to Commodore. They like only bought the rights for certain countries or something. There's like something weird about it. Like they were telling me like someone makes like Commodore fax machines like in Brazil or something. Basically just bought the name. Brazil was big into tariffs before it was cool. I don't know if cool is the right word. That's why the Master System lasted so long down there. Yeah, well, this is assuming the color RAM on this machine is any better. And this machine won't even boot. Oh, thanks for another super chat. The Belle Delphine bathwater. No. Okay, so we think this might be the good chip. All right, so let's set this aside. We need a socket. Okay. Sockets. Got all the sockets in the world. We made them extra sloppy. How many sockets do you need? Yes. I assume this is a DIP 18. Right. I'll get that socket for you. But it's gonna cost you. I'm Australian. Karen in a dump tank. Poor Karen. I feel sorry for anyone named Karen. That wasn't even a meme back when we had the show. So is this RAM chip a chip that fails? So it's probably good for it to be in a socket. You can always tell which chips are going to fail because they're in sockets. Wow, through hole. So primitive. Good thing that nobody would try to make a new classic computer using through hole. That sounds like it would be overly difficult and affect production. The master's so clever. You never know what he's going to do. He's so spontaneous. She changed her name from Kitty to Karen. Yes. And she's traded in her... What was it? Yes, I recognize that reference. All right. Hey, what happens if you plug it in without a RAM chip? We should test that. All right, I'm going to plug in the deadly power supply. Is the stream running okay? Something's messed up with my internet today. I went to upload some code, and my upload speeds were terrible. And then I restarted my modem and all that jazz, and it still wasn't good. So hopefully it's good enough for streaming. It certainly was too slow to like upload code. Oh no, it's just a game token. I would never leave gold just sitting out. Oh, gold price is stabilized. Well, it still flickers even without the chip. I guess that's a good sign, because it means it's not or wasn't getting valid data before. She wants a car with a cup holder armrest. She wants a car that will take her there. Nope, still doing it. It's like half the screen now. Look at that. That's different. See that? I wonder why that is. Weird. Oh, thanks for another super chat. I would never buy anyone's bathwater. That's weird behavior. Oh, look, it's acting differently. It's actually flickering more of the screen with the original chip. She wants a car with a cup holder armrest. Hey, this is a good monitor. That's why I kept this ancient camcorder all these years. It's useful. Well, swapping the RAM chip doesn't seem to have an effect. Yeah, she probably just hires hobos to like make bath water, but then she sells it. Confederate bath water. Thing is, if this is the two color mode, so it has one color for the text and one color for the background, kind of like ZX Spectrum in text mode. So it's weird that the background color isn't affected, only the foreground color. Could that be a clue? The PLA, that's this one, right? Let me see if I have my FLIR laying around. Confederate bathwater. Yeah. Hmm, 43 Celsius. Did this thing... Yep, that must be the PLA. I don't know, the PLA was showing up as the hottest chip. That could be a clue. Now, let's see if I can charge this FLIR up. Although I could see that it was, the PLA was warm. Oh, yes. The TikTok star was offering free baths to homeless people. It's so altruistic of them. Then it turns out it's just a big scam where she sells the bathwater. Where's my Bud? Where are my tweezers? Where are my testicles, Summer? Bud's thinking the same thing. Where are my testicles, human? Human man? Oh, thanks, evil protagonist. Hello, chip dippers. What's a socketed PLA? The other one didn't. I can't remember, did we test this PLA on the working Commodore? Thought we did? Let me see. Well, I can socket the PLA and we could swap it out. The working Commodore has a socketed PLA, so we could swap that in pretty easily. Although all anyone cares about is the SID chip. The SID chip is the precious tritium that makes this whole project go. Oh, we did our Beetlejuice release party last week at Spooky. It was pretty fun, although it was a very long party. A long expected party. The game was pretty much entirely sold through distributors already, and then what was left sold out in 24 minutes on Friday. So that's good. I'm going to be starting the next one that I'm working on probably in February. I thought I would have been working on it already, but I have extra time to polish Evil Dead. Although I wasn't able to send my code because of the internet being mucked up. It wasn't even sending slowly, it just stopped after like 12 megabytes. I tried Google Drive and OneDrive, so I don't think it was the service. There we go. Kim Possible Hentai? Okay. Well, thanks for the super chat. Ah, lead. The wonder drug that works wonders. That's right, Jimmy. Zinc! Oh, no! Come back, Zinc! Come back! That's right, zinc. Is this a right to repair computer? Whenever I see a new Louis Rossmann video and he's complaining about cars, I always like to go on there and remind him that eventually the insurance companies will require that subscription shit. That's the plan. He's not black-pilled enough. However black-pilled you are, you're not black-pilled enough. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I'm getting kind of tired of working on Evil Dead. It'll be like almost 2 years by the time I shift over to the new game because I think they brought it over in like late February of 2014. So yeah, it's going on 2 years. I don't know how people like, when they spend like 3 or 4 years on a game, like that must drive people crazy. Bella, thank you for the super chat, JP. And thank you for the super chat, Smog and Mog. Right? Right? Wrong. I'm the guy with the soldering gun. You know, there was an alternate take for that scene where he's like, I'm good, Ash, you're bad, Ash. And then he shoots him and he says, I'm not that good. Obviously, not the best line. But thanks for the super chat. Oh, and they've talked about it before, so it's okay for me to say it. Like, Spooky is absolutely open to doing Army of Darkness down the road as a theme. It's just it's a different license than the first two movies, so it's actually owned by, now it's owned by Amazon, because it was, for some reason, MGM. It was Universal made it, and then MGM owns the rights, and now MGM is owned by Amazon. All right, let me grab the chip from the known working Commodore. CPU from the first Terminator. Thank you for the super chat, JP. Dude, the rules are you read what we super chat. Fart. Well, okay, if you insist. Oh, look at that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Unbelievable. Okay, so I guess the question is, does the other PLA work? Because, you know, yes. So that, I guess it was the PLA. Actually, here we can rule out the RAM while we're at it. That's true. Let's see. Yep, still works. So that flickering must have been the PLA. Bud as snug as a bud bug. All right, we narrowed down the problem on that one. Let's see if this guy has a working PLA. It's got marks on it, I don't know. Cameron, did we swap the PLAs with this and the good one? We might have. Yeah, I was just pretty tired last week. That's why I didn't really have the energy to desolder a bunch of stuff, but now it's a week later. Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Boom. Nice. Let's get this Commodore out onto a tray. Well, all I gotta do is rebuild this chip using vacuum tubes. You know, I think the fact that the Doc Brown from 1985 was able to remember how circuits worked in 1955 from memory good enough to design a chip without any reference documents in the Old West. That's actually more impressive than building a time machine. That's like Steve Wozniak level shit. What? It's just flapping in the breeze. Unbelievable. It's not even lined up to the hole. What is it's probably some sort of transistor for the tape drive, maybe? I wonder if that now. Oh, thanks, Big Bada Boom, for your new shoes from Wish. Wow, thanks. Yeah, she knows it's a multi-pass. Anyway, we're in love. Yeah, I know the CIAs can go bad, and so can these chips. Ching. Yeah, I know, it's flapping in the breeze. Flapping in the breeze. Unbelievable. I can unflap it in the breeze for some reason. Any new Menard stories? Out of date Triscuits? Hey, you know what? The Triscuits were still good, but they were cheap. No, actually, I haven't been to Menards in a while. Oh, excuse me. Constant movie quotes, yes. Oh, I met the new spooky programmer last week, and Luke Peters was like, people always ask me what it's like to work with Ben Heck, and I'm like, lots of different voices. And I'm like, yeah, of course. It's like, why do you think that dialogue I wrote was so good? It's because I can come up with lots of shit. You know, I heard once that like Robin Williams, like when he was a kid, his parents were really mean, and they would like punish him by locking him in a closet, so he would like talk to himself the whole time. And I think he said like that's why he thinks he was able to like come up with like all these jokes and stuff, because he was like kind of creating conversations in his head. Makes sense. I love the fact that you understand my username. Well, I'm sorry. I love the fact that you immediately understand my username. Oh, of course. Fifth Element is actually my boomer mom's favorite movie for some reason. I don't know why. Well, it is a great movie. You'd best be believing in hex stories, Miss Rando. You're in one. Yes. You'd best start believing in blank. You're in it. Yeah. Okay. So, So, we're thinking this... Well, there is the remote possibility that it was a bad solder joint, so we should probably just do one more sanity check here with the PLA chip. The polylactic acid chip. What are you building? I obtained some junk computers last week, and 1 week ago we tested them all. There was an Apple IIgs, but it ran fine. So one of the Commodores was fine, and then one of them had like blinky text, which is this one, and then one of them was dead. So right now I'm just seeing if I can disassemble one working another working Commodore. All right, let's try the text out again here. Yeah, definitely must be the PLA chip. So I guess, unfortunately, that means the PLA chip is bad. Dun, 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 dun. Used to make stories like that when I was young. Conveniently, I was in an abusive household. It's where I learned TI Basic. It's how I got a new channel over at Element 5. Your pinball work was primo. Are you keeping up with the Commodore? Well, I hope so. So is the stream frames okay, despite my internet issues? I rebooted the router a couple hours ago. Well, I'm glad that it works, because I was looking forward to, fixing these computers. All the caps seem okay, even though they're well past their... Well, what? They're Unicon chips. Like Orson Welles. Nobody summons me. Then it pleases me to be the first. I will give you Parmesan wine. And a Vivitar camera. And nothing. I ate the rest. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think we did test the SID on this one and it was good, so that's good. Is this thing even charging? Have I played Atari today? No. So I've been trying to catch up on my backlog in 2025. 2024, you probably also noticed I didn't make hardly any videos in 2024 either. 2024 was a kind of a crunch to get that Evil Dead game shippable. Because I was the only programmer and I had 10 months to go from nothing to shippable. I mean, I had my code framework from Texas Chainsaw, although I replaced quite a bit of it, and I'm going to replace all of it for the new one because I didn't have time to replace some of the stuff that I wanted to replace, like like how I did the audio channels. So it should be completely fresh code for the next one. Orson Welles wine commercial outtakes. Yeah, there's kind of some people say he was drunk, and then some people say that he had a sleeping pill. Because then, the next day they redid it, and it worked out fine. But yeah, the outtakes are pretty crazy. I mean, sometimes being drunk is the same as being super tired. Actually, you know what? On that same note, I think it was Citizen Kane where there was some sort of union rule or something where they couldn't actually have someone drunk on set. So he made an actor stay awake for 30 hours, and then that person kind of acted drunk. Apparently that's how they did it. Or he could have just acted drunk, I guess. I mean, Orson Welles pinball win. Yeah. Touch of Evil pinball. Tell me about it. I'm supposed to do a thriller at Universal. They want Charlton Heston to play a Mexican. Ugh. Is it all worth it, Mr. Wells? It is when it works. Yeah, okay. I guess that begs the question, what's wrong with the other Commodore 64? I had one of these once where one of the CIA chips had bad bits in it, or not bad bits. one of the ports wasn't fully operational. Because, I mean, I can't remember, what's the name of that chip? That really common, PIA chip. They use it in, they use it in the Atari 800. They use it in the Apple One, and I think the Apple II. It's like, it's a I/O chip that basically has a bus, you know, like two 8-bit buses. So in the case of the Commodore, they use it for scanning the keyboard, which is really jank compared to the Atari, because the Atari has a dedicated pokey chip for the keyboard, which has hardware debounce. This didn't, so this actually did the row scanning for the key. Well, see, it's right next to the keyboard connector. So it used one of these for the keyboard, and the other one does like it basically bit bangs the floppy drive, which is one of the reasons the floppy drive is so slow on this thing. Yeah. Did we try swapping the VIC chip? I can't remember this. I mean, I guess we could try that. Yeah, I guess we could try that. This is like the easiest way to try to fix something. Do people actually fix things, or do they just swap parts? It's like the ship of Theseus. We know this one works. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, the peripheral interface adapter, and the CIA is the complex interface adapter. I just made that post-it note. No, we don't need the SID to test this. You know, Chris B, it's probably not as weird as you think, because the SID has analog audio. So the fact that it's already doing like analog processing probably makes it... Maybe that's why they do it? Yeah. I think on the Atari 800 they had, the Atari 2600, the video chip did the paddles as well. And I think also on the, what was on the Atari 800? Was it the Pokey that did the paddles? Yeah, because it was potentiometer keyboard. That's what Pokey stood for. But it also did the sound and the keyboard and, yeah, potentiometer, paddles, keyboard, and then it also did the serial access to the disk drive. So the Atari had like a real serial controller. It's actually pretty simple to hook up like the SIO port on an Atari to like modern serial stuff, because it's like 19200 baud serial communication basically to the disk drives. Oh, that's interesting. Look. Huh, it's flickering. It's flickering with the good PLA, but yeah. So I guess that, yeah, does that mean this VIC-2 chip is dead? It's entirely possible. Jack Tramiel bathwater? Ew. Oh, pfft. There's no RAM. There's no color RAM. There's your problem. This droid's a little bit beat up. You want a new one? Pearl Harbor sucked, bam, bam, and I miss you. Yeah, I mean, we could try swapping the socket. I've got a whole bucket full. I've got a whole bucket full. Well, we could test it by putting the alleged bad VIC-2 chip in the working Commodore. The chips last forever. I'm sorry, the computer lasts forever. It's the chips that wear out. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Let me check this out here. Where should one start learning this stuff? I've taken very basic high school classes for electronics. I've soldered stuff, but you know. Well, I mean, we're not doing anything like super fancy here. Like, I don't really know very much at all about the Commodore. Like, people have been suggesting to me what to do. When I was a kid, I started out with like Radio Shack electronics kits. And then I would just like take stuff apart. And then it was all self-taught. I mean, there's so much information on the internet now. There's a lot of stuff to learn from. No, wait. I still got the soldering iron running. The best way to learn is to do it. Yeah, like sometimes I bought one at like you could get like a simple single board computer kit. Like they make stuff like the RC 2013. Like people will make like classic computer kits that'll run off like the classic processors. And those kits are a lot simpler than these full-size computers. Okay, this is the suspected bad VIC-2 chip. We'll put it into the known working Commodore and grab the known working PLA. Yeah, I always tell people that, like, if you're going to try to start learning, like, start with something really simple. That way there's only a few things that could be possibly wrong with it, like, versus this, where there's all sorts of stuff that could be wrong with it. Okay, so this is possibly bad VIC-2 chip in working Commodore. Oh, that one booted up. Well, I'll be a rubber ducky's bumpy ducker. Yeah, maybe it is a bad socket. Okay, so we were thinking maybe the RAM. Okay, so we know both of the color RAM chips are good. Okay, so okay, so let's go with okay, so let's put in the good PLA, and we know that socket works. We don't need the SID. Let's put in the known working VIC-2 chip. Well, I guess the other VIC-2 chip is also known working now. And let's put in the color RAM. That should fix that flickering problem, because it'll be stable instead of having like random values at the pins. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I mean, it could be a bad socket. So far the only part that, well, we had one bad SID, and we're pretty sure this PLA is bad. Actually, here. All those cycles of the chips, that's making it worse too. Jeez. How many times is he going to do this? As many times as needed. Fry a piece of sausage. Interesting. Yeah, so this PLA chip kind of works, but it's got the flickering problem. Okay, so we know it's not the RAM. It's probably the PLA. So I guess the next thing to figure out... Oh wait, this... Wait a minute, we had the other VIC-2 chip. Yeah, the VIC-2 chip we had working in the known, or one of the known working ones. Hey, JSON8172. I was actually thinking of making a rig for the charity stream where like super chats would automatically feed Bud. And I looked it up. Like you can actually get an API, and well, it actually comes in as a JSON, where you can see like if there's a super chat, and like the messages have like a super chat field, so you could actually like tie like super chats to like feeding Bud, or yeah, I could totally build that. I don't know if I have time, but okay, so. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, it looks like it's a bad PLA. Yeah, I wonder why. Well, okay, well that's good progress. That's good, except for this one didn't have we had a bad SID. Bud is wiping off more orange. Yeah. I don't think you'd have cold solder joints after all this time. Let's maybe go look. No, they all look fine. Well, yeah, I think I probably would make it like $5 or $10 just so the machine isn't running constantly, because Bud would just inhale everything. I mean, I could probably like design something like an Archimedes screw and hook it up to a servo, or well, not even, just a DC motor, and then I just run that off of a Pi. It probably wouldn't be that hard to build. So yeah, I would just connect the API to like a Python script, and when I got a super chat, I could just parse the JSON data and say, okay, if amount is greater than or equal $5 or more, then it like runs the machine. And I guess I could run the machine for like more cycles for higher numbers within reason. Is it easier to work on the C64 or the old Atari 8-bit computers? That's probably about the same. I mean, they all... Yeah, I would say it's about the same. I think the chips on the Atari are probably a little bit more robust. Like unlike the SID, which is prone to failure. But you don't have to take my word for it. Oh Lord, he eaten. Oh Lord, he coming. Bud, where do you measure on the chonk chart? Yeah, because he would eat every single greenie people might possibly give him. Oh, people make like FPGA drop-in replacements for the SID. There's some crazy stuff. Like people make like little miniature like tube amps for the Commodore 64. So, I mean, I guess I could just get one of those. Or more likely, I would just like give this away at VCF and just tell people that it works, but it needs a SID. Or it works, but it needs a PLA chip. At least then you know what's wrong with it, so you can at least not swindle people. Yeah. Oh, make it go up per treat? Yeah, I guess you could do that. You could have like a running tally. I don't think I could send the information back, but yeah, it could be like start at like $1. It could be like a Fibonacci sequence. It could be like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 7. Yeah, Violation Entertainment. I don't see why you couldn't do that, because you just access them on an 8-bit bus. Like people make dual SID Commodore 64s. So you get like 6 channels. I think they make it in stereo. I think that's why they do that. Yeah. Then you could be like Rob Hubbard, not Ron Hubbard. Bud, are you a sleeping mewer? Sleeping mewer. He looks so innocent, but he is plotting destruction. You only have 1 can of that left? Wow. Your cats must have loved it. ARM SID? Yeah, how much was the ARM SID? Probably a lot cheaper than an FPGA SID. Are they reasonably priced? Wow, look at that big bus going to the cartridge port. THX certified SID replacements. THS thing kind of sounded like remember the Lucasfilm Games logo from like Ball Blazers? Ding. That sound is my childhood. IMAX SID. Well, the one that's missing keys, that can go with the one that doesn't have a PLA or a SID or keys. It's the Trash 64. I'm the Trash Man. Pick up the trash and I throw it around. Beep bop 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 bop. Beep bop 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 bop. Danny DeVito was 81? I'm honest. I'm stealing this stone. I'm not trying to romance it out from under. Remake Romancing the Stone with the modern day Danny DeVito, which would be Danny DeVito. Uh-oh. I made a clean spot. Now I'm going to have to do the whole thing. Where's your brother, Rebecca? He's dead, okay? They're all dead. Twins 2? Okay, so apparently they were going to make a Twins 2 and it was going to be what's his name? God, Eddie Murphy was going to be like the third brother. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but that was the plan. Oh yeah, Danny DeVito's great and Always Sunny. Then I start blasting. This Commodore badge has seen worse wear, but I think we can fix it. This is definitely a case where you would not want to use goof off. You don't want pizza by Alfredo's. You want Alfredo's pizza. Otherwise, you might have to kidnap the delivery driver. This is like how they restored those paintings, like one little spot at a time. Anybody ever watch Baumgartner Restoration on YouTube? That high-end art restoration channel? I love that. It's so fascinating to see him fix up all the old crappy paintings. That's what this is like. I'm applying a removable, reversible, archival type of solvent that will only eat the lacquer off the top of the painting. It will not affect the painting itself. Oh yeah, dishwashers work great. Or like if you have like I remember like if you restore a pinball machine, you rip off all the wires. If you're like redoing the whole playfield, you rip off all the wires, you throw them in the dishwasher, and they come out like clean as a whistle. No, he fixes up like valuable old paintings. Yes, this is now the Commodore Restoration Channel. Chip Dippers. This Commodore sat in an attic for 30 years and pigeons pooped on it. Every year, Commodores are thrown away and abandoned in the arms of an angel. That's in Tom Hanks' signature. Yeah. Wow, you can see how the whatever they taped to this actually protected it. See the different color? See that? Is 8-Bit Guy the one who like would spray paint? Didn't he like spray paint a computer case once to restore it? That was pretty janky. As we clean the painting, we can see the brushstrokes of the master Leonardo da Vinci, not the Ninja Turtle, coming through in the painting. Now we have the Salvador Mundi, which he might not have even painted, but it's $500 million and it's going to end up in Saudi Arabia along with Warner Brothers and Ubisoft. Well, I don't know if that was the first time he smelled pot. I just remember he didn't know what it was. I was like, dude, it's pot. I remember that. I think that was the same night that him and I were talking about the Commander X16, and I was like, dude, he was like, I'm going to do it with all discrete logic. And I'm like, there's no way you'll be able to do this without an FPGA. And he didn't believe me, but I was right. Oh yeah, I remember the Bell and Howell one. Didn't he like Bondo it or something? Because you know that's what usually what f's up those old paintings is like people try to restore them, but they try to restore them by overpainting them, like the Last Supper was overpainted many times. I know there's like that meme. Well, it's not a painting, it's like a fresco on the wall, like that Jesus one that got ruined by whoever. Because usually the overpaintings are usually good, unlike that one, but it's still, you know, it's not the original, obviously. Because, like, if you look at, like, a modern... when did they restore the Last Supper? Was that like the late 90s, I want to say? But I believe that restoration is kind of controversial because there was a lot of parts of the painting where there was nothing left. And so they put like a watercolor, just like a very light watercolor shade in the background. But that just represents where paint would have been. And I'm sure it's like, you know, reversible and all that stuff. But Like, if it weren't for that, the painting would look like almost nothing, really, because so much of it is gone. Like, the background color, or the background tint is probably a better word for it. The background tint gives you the impression of there being paint there, but it actually isn't. It's like a ghost memory of what was there. The rest of the painting was directed by Martin Scorsese. Yeah. They filled in the empty spots with DNA from frogs. That's actually a pretty good idea. Hey, did you know that the Michael Jackson Bad video was directed by Martin Scorsese? That's crazy. Because there's a lot of movie directors that came from music videos, like David Fincher actually started as a music video director. And then there's like, and of course Michael Bay. Like the Meatloaf, I Would Do Anything for Love, but I Won't Do That. That video from, what, 94? That was directed by Michael Bay. And if you watch it, it's like, oh yeah, it was directed by Michael Bay. This video needs more explosions. Sky full of smoke. Yep, Tom, I made a clean spot. Now I'm going to have to do the whole thing. Hard to believe there's an old computer under all this. Oh, Michael Bay also directed, well, actually, not that long ago, he directed a Victoria's Secret ad. So if you ever wondered, like, I wonder if anyone would ever make a Victoria's Secret ad with a bunch of, like, fighter jets in the background. Well, you can answer that burning question by Googling it. Michael Bay Victoria's Secret ad. Hey Marty, I really like your movie, Raging Bull. I think you should direct my music video. Alright, I'll do it. Because I'm Martin Scorsese. I haven't become obsessed with Leonardo DiCaprio yet, because I don't know who he is. So I'll do it. What was that joke in the Oscars? It's like, this broadcast has gone on so long, Leonardo DiCaprio's date is now too old for him. This is look, well, I mean, oh, I wonder if I hit this with my pressure washer. I wonder what that would do. Oh, well, shit. I put, what was it called? Pump Saver? I filled it up with, it's like this can of like foamy antifreeze stuff that you put in it to winterize it. Always winterize your pipes. So I guess I can't run it because it's got, I can do it in the spring maybe. It's not really good weather for, well, you don't really retrobite Commodores, but it's not really good weather for retrobiting either. That Apple II wasn't, actually, yeah, it wasn't too dingy. I mean, it's dirty, but I don't think it actually needs retrobrite. What you need is a bath. Ah. The dirt's what holds it together? Yeah. It's like an old truck. Oh, this part's like extra crunchy. They're dead, okay? I do have 3.4% drop frame, so I think the internet is having an effect. I wonder what's up with that. Oh God, I hope a squirrel didn't chew through my line again, because that happened. When did that happen? It wasn't. Oh, it was 2020 because it was during the lockdown. Yeah. Apparently they put butyrol in the plastic, but the squirrels still eat it. Do these keys pop up? Clean those too. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's physically mostly intact. Just dirty. Maybe it was like in a factory or something. Thanks for stopping by, Big Bada Boom. She knows it's a multi-pass. "600 years in the future, airport security got real lax again." I need to use the restroom. Ah. Good cat. Good cat. Are you a good cat? Good cat. Delicious human meat. Yes. Oh, yeah. Who knows? Maybe there's a missing scene where, like, the garbage workers strike is how what's-his-face is able to sneak onto the ship. Ian Holm. You know, coincidentally, I was watching this YouTube video last night about Alien, and apparently there's like a couple missing scenes involving the Ian Holm character. Like a different fight with Ripley, and apparently there's a scene where like they try to capture the alien in an airlock, and like Ash thwarts it from working. And so it was talking about how like there's a couple of continuity errors in the movie caused by the missing scenes. Because usually if you cut one scene, then you have to like it can affect other scenes too. So maybe there's a scene where like since the garbage workers were on strike, he was able to sneak onto the ship, but they cut that. But obviously you can't cut all the scenes in the airport showing the garbage. Yeah. Well, they don't even say there's a garbage worker strike in the movie. It's just kind of assumed. Remake The Fifth Element? Oh, God, I hope not. I don't know. They're remaking everything else. Oh. Bud, are you a pretty kitty? Pretty kitty. Do you like boxes? Oh yeah, I think you're right, Devik Wolf. Yeah. Like on the loudspeaker or whatever. Don't watch it all day, it'll rot your brain. Been here long? Give me the cash! It's a very dangerous gun. Better let me hold on to this for you. You don't mind? No, take it. I don't need it. Very nice hat. Commodore 64 badge doesn't look as good as it was when it's brand new, but it's good enough. Wait, why am I cleaning this up if I'm just going to give it away? It's whatever. I mean, we made some progress with those chips, so yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be able to get that other one working without some unobtainium chips. It's beautiful. This is the calmest you've seen Ben? Me? Or the cat? Major Iceborg will accompany you as your wife. I am not going. Why not? Hey, remember that Colonel guy? He was one of the replicants in Blade Runner. Remember? He was the one that Sean Young shoots. And he also says, "Time to die," because apparently replicants just love saying "time to die." I've seen Commodores you people wouldn't believe. Oh yeah, baby. Give me some sugar, baby. In this stream, we will watch Ben clean a computer. Fascinating. Hey, you want to know a sombering thought? Guess who owns the rights to Brave Little Toaster now? That's right, Disney. So there's going to be a live-action Brave Little Toaster remake? Like Moana? Guess Brave Little Toaster, he would be a cell phone now. Well, Disney already remade the Brave Little Toaster. It was called all 3 Toy Story movies. Or 4. It's pretty clean. It's not too bad. Laser 50. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I think 8-Bit Guy did a video about it. Eight-Bit Guy makes almost as few YouTube videos as I do now. I guess he has this arcade, right? Starring Chris Pratt as Toaster. Yep. Phil Hartman was in that movie too, but he's obviously dead. Oh, Tony the Tiger guy. Because like, remember the vacuum cleaner was the same voice as Tony the Tiger. They're great. You're all a bunch of junk. It's the same actor. This is pretty good. You know, Brave Little Toaster was the first animated movie to have the A113 reference in it. If you want to get into some deep lore, when they go to the apartment, when they find the master, his apartment is A113. Yeah, it looks pretty good. AI Phil Hartman? Yeah. That wouldn't be tacky or anything. Yeah, he was also the Peter Lorre Lamp when they're at the junk store. You know, who's like, he's so spontaneous. That was also Phil Hartman. Ew. Live action Brave Little Toaster. Yeah. It would be so awful. And the reviews of it would be like, this movie is worthless. No, Christopher Walken, he would be the air conditioner. He'd be the Phil Hartman character. You think I want to be stuck in a wall? I'm not an invalid. It's my function. No, maybe not. Oh, crunchy. Yeah, every Pixar movie has an A113 reference, but the first animated movie that I've ever seen it in was Brave Little Toaster. Because that's a problem when they do like the remakes is like when they do the remakes with the animals, like when you draw an animated animal, you can give it eyelids, which animals don't really have, and you give it eyebrows, which animals don't have. And there's a lot of expression that comes from that, but that's why, like, when you see, like, Lion King, quote-unquote, live action, the animals can't emote because they didn't give them human or non-animal facial expressions. Same thing, like, if you get, like the bird, Zazu, like, in 2D, you can make his beak move and contort and create, phenome shapes. But in live action, the beak can only do this. Well, I think there were sequels to Brave Little Toaster, weren't there? Like Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. Oh, this thing's gonna smell orangey for a while. Oh God. Bud. Do you know what your name is? Thud. Crud. Bud. Brave Little Toaster goes to hell. Brave Little Toaster versus Predator. Yeah. I mean, really, if you're going to make a Brave Little Toaster movie, you'd probably make it like Brave Little Cell Phone, because, there's like, 5 billion cell phones in landfills now? Where are my tweezers? Oh. Bud, where did you put them? Elon's $1 trillion incentive package. Oh yeah, I want to like redo the shares of Tesla or something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he He's not that old. I mean, he could very well become the world's first trillionaire. Just like Wayland Yutani. There we go, bringing back aliens. Brave Little Toaster, directed by Louis Rossmann. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe the Brave Little Toaster has a subscription model, but then the servers get turned off, and that makes him worthless. And so he's like, I must find the well, they wouldn't use the term master anymore. I must find my what would they even call him? I must find my human. That's probably what they would say. And then the air conditioner would be like, you don't work anymore. You don't got your subscription service, Toaster. You're obsolete. Used up. And then he would explode, obviously. Brave Little Clippy, yeah. I think we can safely say this guy is maybe not completely dead, but kind of worthless. Well, we got a second Commodore working. That's pretty good. Two out of three. That ain't bad. You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. You like how I segued that back around? I'm putting you on the game grid, Toaster. Oh yeah, they could travel to New York to try to have Louis Rossmann redo their firmware, or Austin, or wherever he is now. I do think it's funny that Louis Rossmann always complained about New York City, and then he moved to the New York City of the South, Austin. It's like a Twilight Zone episode. He can't escape. Oh, live action Iron Giant? Oh, that sounds terrible. You know, they make all this live action stuff, but why don't they make live action, well, this is rhetorical, live action Atlantis, The Lost Empire? That really should have been a live action movie anyway. Well, another one they could do, oh, Jesus, Disney owns this too, Titan AE. Which actually did start as a live-action film, but then got turned into animation for some reason. You take two animated movies that weren't super good, that had like a lot of plot issues, and you could fix the plot issues. What? But Disney would never make. They'll never make like. You'd think Disney would like back up a dump truck to Guillermo del Toro's house and say, "Hey, make us a live-action Atlantis movie," but they won't. Disney's very culturally sensitive, to avoid using a certain word, and yeah, like Atlantis has a lot of. What's the right word? Aladdin's had a lot of connection to the Nazis, I guess. easiest way to put that. Now, most people probably don't know that, but Disney would. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, Matt Damon was in Titan AE. Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, Black Cauldron. Yeah, that was another one that probably should have been live action instead of animation. Or they could do Black Hole. Well, Black Hole was Black Hole is very loosely based on Heart of Darkness, the novel, which also was the basis for Apocalypse Now, which came out the same year as Black Hole, Black Cauldron, Black something. Live action Treasure Planet. Yeah, Treasure Planet was pretty good. But I think it was I don't think it was successful at all, so they probably wouldn't. It's like, what was Moana? Was that even 10 years ago? I don't think it was. It wasn't that long ago. No. It reminds me of a joke from The Onion back in the 90s. Like, they were commenting on, like, people that would rap over existing songs. And they're like, new rap song raps over song so recent it could be considered a new song or something like that. Like, how the hell are they going to do the giant crab scene in a live action Moana? Like, see, something like that would look ridiculous in live action. Although, yeah, you know, like, you can do stuff, yeah. You just can't do that in live action because you get away with lots of goofy stuff in animation. Oh yeah, Matt Damon's best movie, Team America. Matt Damon. We can all start driving hybrid cars and stop smoking. Matt Damon. Samuel L. Jackson. Janae Garofalo. Matt Damon. I actually saw that movie in the theater. In Madison, so there's definitely a couple scenes that made people groan. Actually, well, there two parts that made people like groan. It was a part where he was like, "Your skills have faded with age, Miss Sarandon." That part got groans, and then of course the Film Actors Guild got groans. Oh, I actually saw Iron Giant in the theaters. That's probably like the rarest movie I saw in theaters. And Team America. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Oh yeah, The Life Aquatic, that was good. Yeah. The toaster would be some grumpy guy. It's me. Yeah. It's uncanny. Yeah, where did my tweezers go? They fell on the floor? I mean, I still have my OG tweezers, but I don't really use them that much. Maybe they got pushed over here. I'm sure there's someplace. Oh, Meet the Feebles. Oh, nice. That was before anyone knew who Peter Jackson was. That was before Heavenly Creatures, right? And Frighteners. Oh. What do you guys think about those Half-Life 3 rumors? What if they made like Half-Life 3 a Gabe Cube, what's it called? Exclusive. The only way to play it is on the Gabe Cube. Probably sell a lot of units. Harrison Ford as toaster. Yeah. Oh yeah, they could make it orange. They could make it an orange box. Dude, that would sell so well. Even if they just made an orange version of it. I mean, why wouldn't people buy that? Yeah, here's the brain I removed from the Maker Gear. It's a Rambo board. I don't even have heat sinks on the chips. How primitive. 8-bit. ATmega 2560, I assume. Yep, of course. A handle for the GameCube? Yeah, or the Gabe Cube? Yeah, that would be cool. I'm sure someone will 3D print one and then be like, wow, this is my childhood. Because you always got to say, this is my childhood. It's the law. What's this mouse go to? I don't know. Yeah, where did those tweezers go? This is driving me nuts. I'm sure they'll show up eventually. Well, I think I'm probably going to head out here. But yeah, thanks for everyone who stopped by. And we got one more Commodore 64 working. That's cool. Still have 2 out of 3 branches of government working for you. And that's not bad. Neither can play DVDs. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Gabe Newell can make a console without a disk drive and nobody gives a shit. No, I don't think they were here earlier either. I might have moved them to another room. Maybe? Oh, I do have one other thing. I don't know. I should try to see if I can find it at home. But, here, let me see if I have enough room to show it to you. This used to work. It's one of those pop-up televisions. So apparently they have one of these in Deckard's bathroom in Blade Runner. And this used to work, but it doesn't. And it had like a power brick because it actually uses DC because it was meant to use batteries. So it would be cool to try to get this thing working sometime. Apparently they're not that common. It's black and white, of course. But maybe I'll just... It also has a handle! Just like the GameCube. Yeah, I think this is from the early 70s. But it was in my mom's garage for decades. Yeah, this battery was... This is from the year 2000. Yeah, I just don't know anything about fixing old TVs, so yeah. Oh god, so I think, oh, do I have 3 CRTs in my house? I guess I do. Oh no! All right, well I gotta take a leak again, so I probably should. Well, yeah, Robert, that thing had batteries in it, so it never had batteries in it when I saw it. But if you hooked up the power supply or there's an external power brick that would charge the batteries or just run the TV. So internally it uses DC. But the batteries are long gone. A168. Yeah, it's AB. Yeah, it's an ABL. I think it's 168. It's actually modern, so it has a Bluetooth step tracker. So I can see how many steps I don't take working from home. Yeah, all right. I'll see y'all next time. Yeah, I guess we'll see what's going on next week. But yeah, I'm going to try to stream every Monday just to make it a thing. And then probably sometime between Christmas and New Year's, we'll do the charity stream. And I'll see if I can make a Archimedes screw a Greenies dispenser by then. But yes, it will have to... not being greedy, it's just like... Yeah, it will have to have... Yeah, I can't just let people run it constantly because he would eat every greenie on the planet if he could. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Yep, bye.